Hi, welcome back to Yummy Monday. Today we're making a recipe that I'm calling Spring Chicks. So here are our ingredients. We need a cupcake. You can use any kind of cupcake you want. I'm using angel food cake. We need some coconut. We need frosting. We need some strawberries. And we need some chocolate chips. Okay, the very first step in our recipe is to preheat our oven to 450 degrees. We have to toast our coconut. The reason we're doing this is because the coconut is going to be our chick's feathers. So what I've done is just taken some foil and spread it out on a baking sheet, and I'm going to just dump some coconut on here and then just spread it out just so it's a really thin layer. Okay, and then we're going to put this in the oven at 450, and it'll take about 10 minutes. And what I do is after 5 minutes, I'll set my timer, and then I will just stir it just real quickly just to get it mixed around. So we'll check in just a few minutes. Okay, as you can see, our coconut is nice and toasty. It was all white when we put it in, and see it's now different colors of brown. There's some darker brown and some light brown, and there's some that's still a little bit white, so I think it'll be perfect for chick feathers. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is take our cupcake, and you're going to peel the paper off, because we don't need the paper for this recipe. And then you're going to take frosting, and depending what kind of cupcake you use, that will determine what kind of frosting you use. I'm just using plain white, just a real light frosting, because I'm using angel food cake. Okay, so I'm just stirring my frosting just really well, and then we're going to just frost our cupcake, just like you do any other cupcake. But the trick to this is you're going to turn it upside down. This is going to be our chick top, and this whiter part is the chick bottom. So just spread your frosting around. And you can see I'm just kind of spinning it. I'll get a little bit more frosting here. I'm just taking my spatula and holding it on the cupcake and then just turning my hand to spread the frosting around. That seems to work pretty well. Just a little bit more. Okay. Alright. So we're going to set that down for now. And the next thing we're going to do, taste testing during cooking, that's always fun. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is take a little bowl, and you want to use a bowl that's not very much bigger than the cupcake, but a little bit. And you're going to take your foil. This is why it's important to use foil on your cookie sheet, because then you can just lift your foil right up and dump all of the toasted coconut into your bowl. Perfect. Okay, so here's our toasted coconut, and now we're ready to give our chick its toasted coconut bath. So you pick your cupcake up and hold it by the bottom, and we're going to just dunk it into the bowl. And what we want to happen, kind of give it a little bit of a spin. We want all the coconut, or not all of it, but we want a lot of the coconut to stick to the frosting to make feathers. You might have to take your fingers and kind of push some of it on the sides, but for the most part, oops, see the top? That's what happens on the top. That's what we want it to look like. So we'll just put a little bit on the sides here. Spin it around like this. Okay, perfect. Now here's our little chick. So we're going to put it back on the plate. I'm going to take a break to go wash my hands because I have frosting and toasted coconut on them, and I'll be right back. Okay, I once again have clean hands, so now we're ready to put the rest of our chicken together. So you can see kind of right now it just looks like a little glob of toasted coconut. One of the ingredients I forgot to mention, we also need some almonds. So you're going to need just one almond actually. So you take one almond out, and we will put him in just a minute. First of all, we're going to make the little chick feather. So you take a strawberry, and I'm going to just cut the top off. And then you can make the little chick feathers as big as you want. These are the ones that just go on top of their head. So just make them as large as you want if you think your chick would have little feathers on top. then just make little slices. Something that I found to be easy is to take a toothpick and I cut it in half. This is handy because sometimes when I was practicing making these, the strawberry didn't want to stay on top. I don't know if the frosting is slippery or what, but it didn't want to, so I just cut a toothpick in half. So what I'm doing is taking the flat part of the toothpick, you can see I still have the pointy end, and sticking it right in the toothpick, or right in the strawberry. And then I'm going to just stick that. Oh, actually, let's shape this a little bit. Do just a little tiny point. If you want to leave the chip the way it lays, you can. I think it looks cute to have just a little bit of a point. Okay, so you just stick your toothpick right in the top there. And then you take your next toothpick, stick it in here, and then stick it right in top. And I'll do one more. You can see I'm sticking the flat part right into the strawberry, and then sticking this. Oops, it fell off there. I think I cut that one too thin. We'll try this piece. Stick that right in the side. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is to put the eyes on, and you can use black licorice if you want. I don't like black licorice, so I didn't use that. So instead I'm using chocolate chips, but instead of the whole chocolate chip, you might need an adult to help you with. I'm going to cut off just the pointy part of the chocolate chip for the eye. So let's see. Just slice that off. Do the same thing with the other one. Okay, so now I've got our two little eyes. So we're going to just stick those right on the chick. Stick this one on. And then our very last thing we need to do is put the mouth on, the beak. And so that's what our almond is going to be. So you're going to take the pointy end of the almond and you're going to use that to stick in. So go ahead and just stick that right into the chick. And there we have our spring chick. So I'm going to serve this up. I think some Easter grass would be nice, and I'm going to find our taste tester and see if you'd like to try a dessert spring chick.